coming from Tampa, Florida at 20 years old. She's a collegiate athlete. Her talk is Hold On, Pain Ends. Please welcome Gabriella Rademaker.
Hey guys, so kind of nervous, but I wanted to start off with a quote that I say to myself every day, and it's by Dostoevsky, and it's the greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time you fall. And it's words I try to live by. But one thing he didn't say was that to be resilient, you can't just stand back up. You have to push past that point where you fell and overcome it. And that's what I'm trying to do right now. I'm still rising after a couple injuries and a couple no's. I'm trying to not settle for the person I was before I fell down, but to be better than that person and greater. So right now I'm currently an SEC collegiate athlete. I play for one of the top programs in the United States, in the SEC, and I play for one of the top academic schools in the United States. And from a young age, I was told I wasn't smart enough and I couldn't play soccer. What most people don't know is that I've been playing for 17 years now. And when I was 6 years old, the doctors told me I only had one kidney. And if I ever got hit, I could potentially die. So they said soccer wasn't a possibility and it was actually an impossible dream. But I couldn't take that as a solid answer. I was like, no, this is my passion. I need to play. It's the love of my life, frankly. And I know that's weird to say soccer as a love of your life, but the feeling that I get on the field is unlike anything else. It's like this euphoric drug, like a high when I slide tackle into someone that no other drug could give me. And so I said no to them. And they're like, if you keep playing, we won't see you anymore. And I was like, it's fine with me. I don't need a doctor, even though my dad's a doctor. But so I was like, no, I'm going to play. And as I kept going, I started getting these calls in about 8th grade from other colleges. And they're like, hey, do you want to come for a visit? I was like, okay. And they're like, you need to, like one thing they all had in common was your technical skills can get a little bit better, but the part that you play on the field, I've never seen any other athlete play with. And it's your passion that sets you apart from every other player, and that's what we want you. Because we can't coach passion and we can't coach heart, but we can coach you how to play. So I was like, okay. And a few years go by, I commit to Vanderbilt, and I get there, and another no hits me. And they're like, you can't play here. And I was like, why? And they're like, you didn't tell us you had one kidney. And I was like, oh, I forgot to mention that. So they're like, we have to get a lot of checkups. I went through a series of different specialists, and then from the grace of anything, they let me play. A month goes by, I'm training really hard, and another no hits me. It was the day before our first game, 5 minutes before our practice ended. I go into a sloppy tackle, and I tore through everything in my knee. I blacked out from the pain, but it wasn't the pain of my knee. It was a pain of knowing I wasn't going to be able to play. It was I wasn't going to be able to pursue my passion. And what was supposed to take 6 months took 15 months. And to this day, I still have to get injections every 6 months for the pain. But it's worth it because it's my passion. And if it was easy, everyone would do it. And if everyone could do it, it wouldn't be as special. So I know many of you in life have these obstacles, have this pain, have this hurt. Could be from loss of a family member, loss of a job, relationship, school. But if it's something you're passionate about, then the cost will never outweigh the benefit. And that's what I'm trying to do right now. And it won't be painless because rarely anything in life is. I know that everyone here, we're all human, we're all experiencing pain in some way, shape, or form, emotional or physical. You might have experienced pain in the past. Like I said, loss is a huge form of pain. You might be experiencing it right now, because I know I am. I'm terrified speaking in front of you all right now. But what holds me, what grounds me, is that I know the pain will end in about 3 minutes. But one thing I always say to myself, to keep me grounded is to have hope. And for me, hope stands for hold on, pain ends. It could take 2 minutes, could take two years, but in the end, we know the pain will end. So, I get really emotional when I talk about that. But just knowing that the pain will end and knowing that you'll have that fulfillment at the end because you got through it is greater than anything I've ever experienced. And just to hold on so then you can live that life with passion and to fully, truly get what you desire, I mean, it's pretty cool. So, I know you're probably thinking like 20-year-old girl hasn't lived that much, what does she know about pain? But pain and passion, your age doesn't matter because pain is still pain, passion is still passion, and it impacts you no matter if you're 20 or 80. And we saw that with Sophie and Sydney, and you just see how much pain and passion can have an impact. So if you listened at all, the 3 main things I just want you to remember is to pursue a life of passion and that it's a choice. Your life is your choice, and it's not one when you're in a good mood. It's every single day, every morning, 365 days. You have to wake up because you have the ability to wake up and say, no, this is how I want to live. This is what I want to pursue. And I will have hope because I know if I hold on, the pain will end. And when that pain ends, you can turn your possibilities into realities like I did, and I'm still doing. So thank you all, and hope you liked it.